at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, what's the value of your life? It's devotion you don't get. Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo.
Gauranga. Welcome. Evo, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Morning, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama, my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, we gotta do that again. Where is it? Oh my God, this is so great. Every day, just better and better. My God, man. Unbelievable. Man. The realizations, oh my God. Hare Krishna. I'm hooked. I can't give this up. I have to have this. I'm an addict. Where's the 12-step program? I'm in denial. I don't even want to be cured. Hare Krishna. I'm a drunk for Krishna. I'm here to drink and more. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. I always wanted to be rich. I think everybody, huh? It's my dream to be rich. I did, but I didn't know. Now I know what real riches is. This is rich, man. The other riches make you miserly. This one makes you magnanimous. You just want to give it out to others. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. There's so much to go around. Plenty to go around. These misers, they got $1 billion. It's like, ooh, they don't want to give you even a farthing. Man, here you get the riches. This is plenty to go around, man. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Amy's real greedy. She gets up real early. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus, 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 Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus. Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. All right, here we go. Let's get Karuna to dance here. Hare Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Go Ranga. Hare Krishna, Go Ranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Purchase.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your
Krishna,
tracks today.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Beats by SV.com.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari. Okay, very good. So everybody, get your bead bags out and let us chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You can
Hare
put your
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Here he is.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. You can go. You can stay down for a little bit.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
You want to stay up? You want to be up? Up or down? Down? Yeah. Okay, anyway. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare. Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Prabhu
Sri Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya,
Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Shivasadi, Gora Bhaktivinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya.
Nityananda, 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 Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya, Prabhu
Krishna
Nityananda, Shri
Chaitanya.
Siva,
Shri
Siva,
Krishna
Hari
Chaitanya,
Guru
Shri
Bhakti
Krishna
Vrida,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Prabhu
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Shri Krishna
Advaita
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Gadadara,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna, 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 Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Sri Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Ram, Ram. Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare,
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
oh
Rama,
my
Hare
Lord Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna, 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 oh my Lord Krishna, Krishna. Oh, Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna. Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya
Jaya
Gaura,
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Sri
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Prita
Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Nityananda,
Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Prita.
Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. It's so amazing to break into this eternal atmosphere. Lalita knows. She said, "I can relate." Yeah, 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 yeah. This is, Lord Caitanya would meet people on the road, and they tell them go to Vrindavan and chant continuously. After he gave them the potency, of course, and very soon you'll attain the shelter of Krishna. See, what does that mean? See, people. See, you have to experience it. The shelter of Krishna is to chant his name. Is to chant his name. To chant his name. Okay, get rid of this here. And experience the eternal atmosphere and the happiness there. How different it is. Many years ago when I was in, I was, I was looking for seeking truth, after I had my LSD experiences, and then I got into, I had to get healing, and I started to get some connection with meditation. I went and did transcendental meditation, and also I got into astral projection. Was very interesting. And there's this picture I saw of this person, and you can see it on the internet somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. The person who was putting his head through this dome into this beautiful place with all this colors and beautiful things going on, and he was like in this world, but he pierced that veil into that realm. And that's what it's like, getting the shelter of Krishna, at least in my experience, is you're putting your head, your experience, your understanding, your perception beyond this veil into the eternal atmosphere. Just, what they talk about Vaikuntha and Vrindavan, all these, people, it's just words until you literally have the experience. You get the shelter of Krishna, is he brings that to you, and you're piercing the veil, and you get an experience of what that means. See, so then now you have the eternal atmosphere purifying you, protecting you, and that's what the residents there are. They're always wanting that shelter. They're always under that shelter. This is the relationship. It's a person, that shelter, actually. See, you're in that person. This is what Jesus is saying. You be in me, you be in the Father, and the Father and will be in you. Okay? See, that's the shelter. Okay? See, after years worshiping like that, Prabhupada came, okay, so now you teach this, help people. Because to do it on your own, that's why they say many lifetimes before you can pierce that veil into this love, this pure love with unmotivation, everything. So that's why it's the perfect escape from the miseries and the horrors of coming down in this world. And the shelter of Krishna, you cannot destroy that. See, Maya, when it gets strong, that's why it has to get strong in you. It's planted. Bhaktilata Bij starts as a seed, and then it grows, and that's why it needs to be protected in the circle. See, this is where the sacrifice is. It's so in a circle. Okay? The demons, they're also doing their sacrifice in the circle. They want to draw that power, right? That gives them power here in this world. They can't do this on their own. They know it. The Rothschilds know they can't do this. They have to have the help from the other side. See, we cannot do this either. We cannot transcend the power that they have, or even the demigods have. We, and this, what we're doing, we're transcending the powers that be manifested in this universe. They're controllers, the demons and the demigods. This is piercing their influence. This is so rare. That's why even the acharyas usually teach you, just how to be good, get into goodness, with the demigod thing, be a good person, be moral, right? Don't they all teach? It's easier. This takes extraordinary potency to bring people to also pierce this veil, all these material coverings. You have to be authorized. You have to have the real help of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, it cannot be done. That's why the acharyas to this point, they didn't even, just rules, regulations, ceremony. Yeah, start like that right now. And then by and by, when the Lord gives the order, see, he gave the order through the Parampara in 1996. Help people pierce the veil now. Experience the transcendental atmosphere. That's our preaching, isn't it? Okay? That's the direction this is going. If you don't know that, that's why you got to know that. You got to hear that. You got to hear from a devotees, with the order of the Lord. What is the will of God? Like Jesus said, who is my father? Who are my brothers? Who is my sisters in this world? Those who do the will of God. People, well, what was the will of God? To follow the Pharisees? Well, that's, something. At least you're religious. It's better than nothing. At least you're fasting, right? Cleaning the body. At least you're following some rules. Prabhupada even said, he says, if you don't follow some rules, you're going, basically your hellish condition. Isn't that what's being preached now? Don't follow rules. Do as you wish. Oh yeah, well, look at all these programs. Get yourself really agitated, right? Yeah, let's bring it in the schools, right? In the schools, you transvestites, all this stuff, all this sexual stuff, all for the kids, Who's going to help these people? How are you going to get out of that influence? Not even the good people can help. They're going down also. You notice? You fighting this, they come and they immediately suicide you, and you try and transcend this in some other way. Look at this Andrew Tate guy. Andrew, he was, everybody, he's our hero. He's this guy, kickboxer, man. He wants to get over the matrix and everything. The matrix says, grabs him, and boom, he's in jail, and probably he'll be dead soon. You cannot go any other way into the kingdom of freedom and sovereignty. The New Age people, come to our expensive seminars. There's this guy, Karuna knows the guy. The vigilante guy. The dollar, it's always the dollar vigilante. They're all into dollars. That's how they're going to, with our riches and crypto, we're going to transcend all of this. And they can't. The guy's, completely boring now. They come to the end of their rope. So I'm telling everybody, you want the real deal, man, you got to go the real path that all liberated souls teach. And they're empowered to teach, man. You just come in through the door. You come into this circle. See? This circle encompasses all circles. See? So, and otherwise, you're going down, man. Everybody's going down. I see it right before my eyes. Nobody's transcending it. Vaidhi Bhaktas, they're not. Look at them, everybody, they're complaining, right? Look at everybody complaining about, look at these gurus getting more motivated all the time. Why? Because they're influenced by this energy. They need this help. They need to come into the circle. This is where the real sacrifice is. This is where the will of God is. The will of God is people get freedom and people get this gift that Lord Caitanya came to give to the most fallen souls. That is everybody. That includes every one of those gurus who does not have ecstatic devotion. That includes all these leaders and politicians and doctors. They're all going down. They're all selling out, man. You show me some other way other than this. Look at this. We're like untouched. We're sitting here and the waters of illusion is not touching us. Just like when Lord Caitanya was here. He said, you come here, we're going to see this play, man. You're coming to my play. And not even a shred of illusion can touch it. What do you think's going on here, man? This is a play, isn't it? We're playing, aren't we? Eee. Not a shred of illusion come in this circle. See? Why? We follow the process. Give respect to the liberated souls. What do you think our books are teaching? Isn't it? Give respect to those who have transcended the illusion. Have you, gurus out there? Have you transcended the illusion? Do you have the shelter of Krishna? Do you have prema bhakti? Can you show it? Can you show that you're not ashamed of who God is and transmit that to others? Where they're not ashamed? Is Lalita ashamed to worship Krishna in ecstasy? Even impresses Karuna. He likes that, right? Isn't it nice? She's chanting, tears, laughing. Laughing into the face of Maya. That's what she's doing. You got to do that. Otherwise, you're not finished with your purification yet. What do you think she's doing? Or others, Johan, or anybody who's publicly see, faith in Jesus and in a bona fide guru is unto what they call righteousness. You get good. You get immediately pious. You're more pious than the most pious persons in the whole universe, more pious than the demigods. Instant piety by having faith in a person sent to deliver people in the world, empowered to deliver people in the world. You get instant faith, instant piety, even you're in the lowest modes. But confession, see, confession before the world is unto salvation and actually more. See, the Christians knew that. They saw, wow, these people become instantly pious just by believing in Jesus. And then when they confess it with their mouths or their pens, mouth is good too. It's the best, actually. Vibration, put it out. That's when you experience really deeply these things. And then, the war is on, right? Yeah, and then the purification really happens. Practically, then you are like when Jesus said, when the Son of God arises, the Son of Man, you become one of those. Those rise to condemnation and the people rise to life. You become that. You must become that. What I have done, all men must do. Must. You must become like Jesus. Otherwise, you can barely benefit yourself, if nobody else. And they put these guys, I could never be like Jesus. No. But worship me, you idols out there. Baloney, man. Either you're a real spiritual master is like Jesus. Are you ashamed to be like conclusive? What are you afraid the world? Well, I don't care. You people out there can say, you see, he wants to be, you must be like Jesus. Otherwise, you're not a bona fide guru, my friends. You're not anointed. You're not empowered, man. Step aside. We'll do the job. We already have done the job. We'll do it more. You got to prove you're empowered, man. Otherwise, you're just an idol. People idling away your time, and you're idling your way of time. And all you get is what? Wealth, money, followers that pollute you, give your false ego a rise. You rise into false ego. What kind of life is that? Yes, I'm really important. You got ecstatic love? You're not important. without it. Devotion is the key that unlocks everything. See, Lord Caitanya quoted verses. He said, from the Bhagavatam, and if you got to be more than a Brahmin, he said, even a perfect Brahmin cannot purify themselves or anybody else. That's our preaching here. You don't like it? Too bad. Go to these gurus out there. Go ahead. Go do your ceremonies. I like conclusive truth. If you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. You don't like me exposing illusion, exposing the Maya? I don't care wherever it is. I'm here for expose, isn't that? Isn't that what it's about? What, you want to go on more generations? How long have they been worshiping poopy popes? This one guy, Jordan Maxwell. He was very interesting. He was uncovering things to an extent in the world. He had the what do you call it, the Masons, the Illuminati following him. And a very interesting story. And that one guy said, actually, he looked like a hippie, but he was part of the Mason, part of the 33 degree. He was part of the council, and they follow the people that have influence. They're looking, because they just like this friggin' control, man. They just want to control everything. If they see you have some influence, they want to control it. That's Maya. That's what she does, is control everything in this universe, right? So this guy's following him, and he's showing up at all his lectures, just some hippie looking guy. And the guy comes up in one day and says, well, let's go out for dinner and everything. And then he exposes, he says, he's a Mason, And he said, we've been watching you, He says, we're just looking to see, and you're okay right now. You can do what you're doing. Is it? But when people start to listen to you, that's when we'll have to reevaluate your situation. He said, but your biggest enemy is the church. He says, we're nothing compared to what's going on in that Vatican. They are the control. See, religion. It's the way it is. You got to get through that, man. You think the government is something. That's part. It's all connected, and that's the eye, where it all starts. Even in this book, there's a book. I think probably Amy knows the book. You know that one about, it's a New Age book, but there was a lot of good truth in there. And anyway, in the book, it talks about in Latin America, they're the dictator, a fascist guy, kind of like what's coming up nowadays in our world. Fascism. Dictator, the dictator was very afraid of the church. He said, you think I got control over the people? Got more. And more ruthless, and subtly. Beware the leaven of the Pharisees. Who killed Jesus, really? You think it was just the Pilate? No, they were under the orders of the church. You don't know what's going on here. It's deep. That's why I say this is the only way. On all sides, even Lord Caitanya taught that even the devotees are very afraid after the Lord told them the real situation. Hey, man, we're in a jungle here. There's lion. This is Kali Yuga. Lions and tigers everywhere in this jungle, ready to gobble you up. So stay close, my friends. Yeah, it's all you have to do. And you'll see the greatest show on earth is unfolding here, more and more every day. Why wouldn't it be? There are people connecting to the spiritual atmosphere. Thy will be done in Vrindavan on this planet Earth. That's what's happening here already. These teachings are coming out. This experience of Vrindavan is manifesting on the planet. This conclusive understanding. is clearing the path for Vrindavan. Prabodhana Saraswati says, yeah, where pure devotion gets covered up after Lord Caitanya and his real intimate associates begin to disappear, then all the brambles come on the path, man. Oh yeah, renunciation, austerities, that's how you get all of a sudden the path that's already here becomes covered. All I do is just that's the empowerment. It's very easy. The path is right there in the book. You just uncover it, man. You just take all that crapola they put on the path and to make it one of attainment. Oh yeah, by austerity, everything the opposite. That's all the brambles. Inconclusiveness. No, the conclusiveness we need is the conclusiveness that Lord Caitanya preached, the conclusiveness that his real devotees preach. It's all about the mercy of Lord Caitanya, man. Don't try to do it on your own. Get the mercy of his associates, man, and you cracked it. All Karuna has to do is, as far as all his bullshit he does and goes through and everything, is to hold on to this. And he goes to Vrindavan automatically. He probably knows that. That's his ace in the hole. Faith. That's all it is, man, Everything will work out. Yeah. All right, so what are you guys saying here? Let's check you out here a little bit. Amy Rose, you want to read? You read some of these things here, Lolita.
Okay. Amy writes, I think attaining the shelter of Krishna is when you become
Let me get my sound higher a little bit. Okay, go ahead now. Go ahead.
Okay. I think attaining the shelter of Krishna is when you become so close in a real relationship with Krishna that you quite literally do not feel afraid anymore. Because you know, without a doubt, that you are being held and nurtured by the Creator and the essence of all things. It's true, but I think you find the shelter more early. I responded that the shelter you attain it much earlier. It is in that shelter that the fear disappears.
Yeah, because see, the problem is when you don't have the shelter of Krishna, fear is automatically there, automatically. So, and when you have the Lord, because isn't the Lord fear? I mean, why would he be afraid of himself or his shadow?
Yeah.
Think about it. The Maya, the illusion, is his shadow, and the only thing that keeps it going is ignorance. He knows his own. See, that's why we're lucky. We have these books, we have these realizations, we have this path, this process, and we share it with those who want this shelter. I mean, if you want, what do you think keeps the illusion with the Illuminatis, the controllers, is they have some knowledge that people don't have, and they keep it for themselves. See, this is the problem. They keep it for themselves so that they can maintain control over people by ignorance. If people knew that the TV was programmed, if they really knew the TV was manipulating and programming them and not for their benefit, would they watch TV? No, they wouldn't watch it, but they don't know that, do they? They believe in the who they consider the influencers. See, the governments and whatever they do is okay because they're in charge. If they really knew, they wouldn't do it. I mean, but they don't really know that, and they won't even listen, because when you listen long enough, that Maya stings you. And you become like in a coma, and you can't, no matter what anybody says, no matter logical, don't watch TV, and you won't listen. I mean, how many people have been saying this? I mean, I hear this all the time. Don't watch TV, don't watch. And people still, even in our Sangha, people still watch TV, I bet. So not everybody, but I bet some do. Even though we all know watching TV is a boob tube. It makes you a boob. People still watched it, right? Go ahead. What?
Oh, nothing. It's just the end of the world. I'll be back in a second. Catch you later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So, so the point is, it's the end of the world and the beginning of this one. If you want, if people want, if they can understand this. See, it's ignorance keeping this whole sham going. Even with the demigods, they lack conclusive understanding. That they. Yeah, go ahead there, Lily.
The only problem by not watching television anymore is that you're not aware of anything anymore, and you're not from this world. And people in the world talk to, don't you know that? And I said, no. And don't you know that?
I don't know that.
It's for years that I have no television. For years.
Yeah.
You don't know all those details and of those stars and those.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes difficult to relate with people in the world. Sometimes that's a little bit difficult.
Well, you just have to follow your path, whatever it is. I mean, if you see, I follow this because I for relation is. Yeah, Prabhupada also, he would read the newspapers because he was a preacher in that way. Maybe you're more like Rupa Goswami, you don't even care. They renounce the world and just be with Krishna and all that. Yeah, you just trust your heart, whatever at your point, it's like I can't tell you what to do. You just it's your relationship with the Lord who reveals it.
You tell me the news, Guru Maharaj, it's enough.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, Janaki's like that too. Yeah, she doesn't want to listen to anything. Just you tell me whatever you want, I just go to the essence and show it how it relates, and then we just pass beyond it. I mean, just try to make a bridge for people. See, the highest truth in this kind of preaching too is practical, is reality distinguished from illusion. You got to know, do you want it? Do you want Lord Chaitanya's mercy in this life? It could be very easy, but you need to know where Lord Chaitanya's mercy is and what it is, and distinguish it from what isn't Lord Chaitanya. People think you can get Lord Chaitanya's mercy following gurus who haven't realized Krishna. Well, no, not in this life, but maybe in another or something you'll figure it out, because figuring out means you come to this kind of situation. You meet an eternal associate of Lord. The Lord gives, because of your ecstatic love, now I'm going to appear in the world and deliver it. That appearance will be in you. And now your ignorance will go and you follow the real path. So you either do it in this life, that's why you have to preach it. And if you don't get it, it doesn't, what is he talking about? You're a goat type, you're not a sheep to follow this thing. You're a little goatee, a little less intelligent. Okay, well, at least you got some guru out there, and then, you follow, it'll be what they'll prophesize. Yeah, after many lifetimes, you'll attain Krishna by, they tell you the opposite of what Lord Chaitanya, by austerities and renunciations, and you follow that, you get a nice hard heart and you become puffed up. And, we've seen the show, right? Become proud, and then it misses you by this in this life because you're so proud, and you you went for that. You went for the worship. You went for the donkey urine. See, here we make real gurus. You come here. I mean, Lalita's a real guru. She shows the way. The way is becoming a real disciple. It's pretty easy. You help people understand how to get into the kingdom. Your guru's right here now. And he's empowered in a certain way. You come into this association and you get it. See, that's guru, is to be the way, show the way. You enter in the door, you become the shepherd of the sheep who want to get into this life. You want to be saved in this life, or you want to make it many lifetime thing? Narayan Maharaj says it's a many lifetime thing to be saved. Well, I'm sorry, I don't agree, because Krishna doesn't agree and Lord Chaitanya doesn't agree. If you agree with that, then that's your fate. And I'll prove that Lord Chaitanya doesn't. You come here, give me 5 minutes, give me 2 minutes, and I'll prove that Lord Chaitanya doesn't agree. Yeah, Lord Caitanya says, and the devotees who have the shelter of Lord Caitanya don't agree. No, just take shelter of Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Well, Lord Caitanya and Lord Chaitanya's devotees, because we're first and foremost preaching the mercy of Lord Caitanya and those teachings. Yeah, just come here, chant Hare Krishna in this association, develop real faith in what's going on here. And that's all. That's it, man. Then you go right. You automatically, Krishna will begin to give you mercy and because you found the real path and you're following it. Isn't that even before? Lalita watched 5 videos and it was in her heart that this was the real path. That's all it was. She had some stuff to to unload. She carried a payload from this world. But still, Krishna saw faith, and boom, manifested there. Okay. That's all. You come here, look how fast it could be. So I'm not going to stop preaching this. Hey, man, we got to show the door. We got to show the way. Got to show what isn't the way if you want Krishna now. If you have spiritual greed, like if somebody out there has greed, I really want this. Well, yeah, will you sacrifice? You know what the sacrifice is? Will you sacrifice? Just sacrifice. You just come into this shelter by hook or crook. By hook or crook, these people become religious leaders and gurus and teachers, right? Well, how about you, by hook or crook, get your butt into this circle here and become awakened and strong so the Maya can't grab you and pull you back down into the illusion. It's like Bhakti Siddhanta tried it, tried to get people. He tried to, well, let's see, I'll make them sannyas. But they weren't really sannyas. As soon as he made them, many people sannyasis, you know what did? The wives came and grabbed their ear and dragged them away so easily. He would cry. He started crying, Yeah, they couldn't stay. So he tried different ways to keep them around. That's what Krishna consciousness is, in the Vaidhi stage. You know how we keep people around? By attraction. You come here, get a taste, man. Get hungry, get the taste, get the hunger, man. And that'll keep you here. Otherwise, in all these religious big organizations of religion and religious Vaishnavism, they keep you around with some material perk and benefit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. You're getting bored and it's not working and getting unhappy. Oh, we'll give you a wife. We'll give you a sannyas. We'll give you this. We'll give you all these material things. We'll give you position. We'll make you temple commander. We'll give you something, to keep you around. But is that permanent? We're here. You want to stick around with Krishna? Well, it's by attraction. Look, many people are 5 years, more than 5 years now. What is keeping them? Am I manipulating? Am I giving them any material thing? I don't have nothing material to give you. I ain't going to give my little Bitcoin nest egg away, that's for sure. That's staying in the thing. We're going to let it hatch at its own time. It may take a couple of years. Yeah, but I basically got nothing except this. What? Go ahead there, Lalita.
Yeah, you were saying about those gurus and when you can show the path, etc., etc. I experience it here now. We always struggle over the word transcendental.
Yeah.
They use the word transcendental for everything. Prabhupada was always transcendental. I said also when he was on toilet, always transcendental, and he was flying over the ground, and now he has those kind of you even couldn't see his footprints. It's all about, they all talk about transcendental. How can you talk about transcendental and preach about transcendental when you have never been on that platform? You can't talk about that. You don't know what it means. Yeah. But you're preaching to everybody transcendental using those big words.
Bliss, ecstasy, all words.
Unbelievable. They never experienced anything. And when you go deeper, they're hurt and they're offended because you humiliate Srila Prabhupada, you put Prabhupada down, you put him in second place. It's unbelievable. No, well, I know Prabhupada better because I feel him. I have,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I have piles of books
Yeah.
about Prabhupada's life, how
Yeah.
he ate, how all about
Yeah.
upstairs, all books. No, sure, it's about his mission. Prabhupada, did he ask that we were talking about how he traveled and how he ate and how he sat and how he put his shoes? I don't think that's what he wanted. He gave the honor to Krishna, isn't it? He came to bring us Krishna, not that we would talk about his shoes for the rest of our life, isn't it? It's about
Well, that's the first. See, it's worship in name only. See, just the names. They don't have the. See, Radha. Even the devotees say Radha is very confidential. Of course. See, because if you get devotion, that's a piece of Radharani. You see, so devotion exposes the happiness of Krishna. See, she's the happiness. You get to partake of that. You become a connected with that, like a maidservant, and you bring them together, and you can partake of that happiness. And and so anyway, the devotees don't know that yet unless they're liberated souls. And I haven't seen guru. I haven't even, I haven't seen anybody, man. They can say, you could say whatever you want. Well, he's like that. Yeah, well, I haven't seen. They don't show. How do I know? They don't show. The thing is, they don't even show in their realizations. See, so that's why I have faith in Prabhupada, even though he didn't show much. But I have faith in his realizations because I look at the book. It's amazing. I
even
could
that
say,
they don't understand that connection. Even that they don't understand.
no, you can't. So whoever the Lord leads, because not everybody's ready. It is many lifetimes for probably most people. But whoever does come, that's why the preaching is, you could say, severe here. It's kind of like, even though it's very playful, it's strict. It's like, hey man, we're strictly with the truth. And if you can't take the truth, what can I say? I mean, I'm here. This is, everybody can join the chanting. Like, you can chant, but if you watch the video, that's why, be warned. If you watch the videos, you get bewildered, or it gets, and you can't handle what's going on because you don't understand and all. I just stay with the chanting. It's fine. And this is for people, who begin to love the conclusive truth above all illusion. All illusion, everyone. If you think a guru has not realized Krishna is really a guru, and you won't like it here as far as this kind of teaching, because I'm teaching by the book. And that's why you see, Prabhupada knew they wouldn't understand that. That's why they said the teachings of Chaitanya Charitamrita were postgraduate. He knew that they couldn't really understand what is a real guru. He had to try to school them. Hey man, what he was different than his godbrothers. They started to distribute the godbrothers books, go to the godbrothers classes. What are you doing, man? The Lord has given you something really special. He says, you see the godbrothers distributing our books? No, they weren't interested at all. You see them coming to our class? No, they're not interested at all, because this is still under illusion. See, so Prabhupada was showing the beginning, only the beginnings of what is special. He was a special personality, very dear to Krishna. They think all the godbrothers. I mean, Narayan Raj was preaching that too. I mean, he was preaching all the godbrothers were as good as Prabhupada. I mean, I was there. I heard it. Oh yeah, they're all. Even the one that Prabhupada called a black snake. Oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, he was, because they don't know. The whole world is under a mass illusion. Only the devotees given that. That's why I hesitate to even preach some of this stuff because people believe in it. But, proof is in the pudding. Which one of you Narayan Raj devotees can prove that you've been liberated by your guru? I didn't see one. I was in Vrindavan a year and a half with them, looking at all his gurus he made. Not even one had the symptoms of being an associate of the Lord Chaitanya. The best one I saw that had something was Prem Parojana. I think he's a little special guy. But still, even with him, we were there in Goa. You saw the same thing. His disciples, they didn't have it. They didn't. See, this is so different what's being preached here. And and it crosses all boundaries if you want to go to this extent. But if you're offended because I'm telling you the truth, I mean, if you're offended, what, Narayan Raj? Oh, how could you ever dare say he was so? Yeah, okay, well, fine. He did his job. I mean, he was inspired guy. Everybody is a servant of Krishna. He was helping people to the extent if you come to him, he's going to help you. But do you want to go all the way? Do you want the prema that he said would be many lifetimes? Because if you follow his word, that's the prophecy for you. See, the word here, it doesn't have to be made. It could be this lifetime. We're already doing it. What he didn't do. Not saying it's the competitive thing. He just didn't do it. Whatever. Prabhupada didn't do it. He didn't give this out. He put it in the books and gave it for us to preach. Just same with the Goswamis. See, this is where the misunderstanding is. See? So Narayan Raj and Radhakund Babaji say, well, look at the example of the Goswamis. They did not show. They did not express. So we follow that example. And I'm telling you, you guys that believe in those persons, just listen to this explanation if you can. That's only half the truth. Yeah, they were more shy, but they put it in their books, like Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta and Bhaktivinoda put it in their books. And then they put those books in a jeweled box and put guards around it. And they took those books and put the preachers to preach those. Preach! Confidential preaching, showing. Narottam, Shamananda, Srinivas into the towns, crying, laughing. And they backed up their preaching with the books. Oh, wow, this is a revival. Do you notice? Take Prabhupada's books, Goswami books. Crying, laughing, and backing it up with the books. Same thing, man. That's what Narayan Raj didn't know. That's what Prabhupada knew. See, we're in with the line. See, Prabhupada knew. That's why he came to me and said, okay, now it's the time. See, you got my books. You got the Goswami books. What else do you need? Just open your mouth, man. And the Lord will speak, and he does. And whoever will be, I mean, doesn't this make more sense? Do you see why Lord Caitanya ultimately showed the symptoms of bhakti and Nityananda? Because deliverance isn't here. The Narayan Raj group and the Radhakund Babujis don't show that they know what bhakti is, because otherwise they would say, oh, wow, it's actually being expressed here. This is real, man. This is not, if you say, I'm a Narayan Raj or a Radhakund Babaji follower, and then you come and look in our song and say, oh, that's illusion. My guru never showed that. In other words, you still don't know what these symptoms of real, genuine, ecstatic devotion is. If that doesn't humble you the truth, well, then you're going to stay in the false ego until you get it. Who knows how many life, I don't know, maybe it's another 500 years before this is happening again. Who's preaching like this? You think this is just any time? Exposing it all, complete expose? But you see, they need it. That's a bramble on the path, man. You got to see this bhakti, man. And the proof is in the pudding, man. If you come here and say, yeah, you're glorious and you're a big guru and everything, you come and look at this Sangha and the ecstasy in the Sangha, you say, oh, what is this? This is wrong. Yeah, well, you're not a really big guru, my friend. You're pretty small fry. Yeah, I mean, isn't that logical? You people, this is the world. That's ignorance, man. You're in ignorance. This is the real deal. This is the real mercy of Lord Caitanya. The whole line is behind this preaching. And whoever believes logically, clearly, and intelligently, and surrenders with intelligence to this preaching and these conclusions and this ecstasy, you're out of here, man. You're out of the material universe. Easy peasy. Ask Amy and Fanny, our witnesses. Intense. Well, this is an intense path. Intensely, everything is intense. Intense ecstasy, intense truth. Intense delivering, sometimes like a lamb and sometimes like a lion. And we say to Maya, bah, humbug. Sorry, Janaki, I started a little bit early today. I got up I couldn't believe it. I went to bed like 7:30 now. I got up at 10 o'clock. I'm wide awake. 10 o'clock at night. A few hours. How is this? Wide awake, like, well, man, I said, I can't. I'm still going to go. So I go to sleep. You think I sleep at 12 o'clock, wide awake. Okay, now I have to get up. Anything else Amy's saying there, Lolita? Or anybody?
I will, I will find it on Facebook. Let's see it. She says, as we, this was Karuna, sorry. You're better off not engaging in conversations about the news. It just causes negative feelings. And
Who is that? Who's
Amy.
that?
Amy.
Okay.
And it can re-entangle you into that low vibration very easily. True. What more does she say? Sorry,
the way it doesn't entangle you. See, the way it doesn't is you see it related to the truth.
Yeah.
See, what people do is how you get entangled is you listen to the vibration and it pulls you into the anger, the hatred, the separatism. See, when you see it from Krishna's perspective, then it's not you see it has relation. You see the people under the Maya, actually under the illusion. Yeah. You could see the condition of the world. It's like a doctor, this is why this is the medical thing. A doctor has to know the nature of the disease. Otherwise, how can you give help? This is the thing. So you have to have your hand on the heartbeat of the world. Otherwise, people can't relate. They're all looking at all that, and you got to make a bridge. See, that's why the Lord comes into a human body. Human-like body, he has a human body, so we can relate to him. We're all absorbed in this, and he comes and so we got to make a bridge. If it's not your thing to do it, it's not your thing. It's my thing, because I do it. I like it. Just do what the main thing, I'm here to connect people here, and you're connected with the Lord. Is between you and God what you do, as long as you know who the Lord is. That's the main thing.
I can't go. I don't find one anymore of Amy.
Probably you can't. Okay, because I can get everything here.
I see Govindas and Johans,
Okay.
but
All right. Anyway, don't worry about it. It's okay. See, Govinda stayed up the whole night in the ashes of the fire and went to bed at sunrise and still couldn't sleep. Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, sometimes it happens. I have that as well. Sometimes all night awake.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I get up if I'm awake, what are you gonna do? You just get up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Here
It
I
could
have
be
an Amy now.
yeah. What it could be is just this it's just they got this all these energies going around the world. The fight they have Wi-Fi and everything, electricity going all over the atmospheres. And they're actually making movies about this. There was a movie where people they couldn't sleep, and they got really bad because nobody could sleep, and then they would die actually after a while. People were dying because they couldn't sleep. Oh, they went crazy. They went crazy. Yeah, they were really crazy. So they yeah. So anyway, let's see. Let's go. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda
Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra,
Jaya Gaur
Jaya Guru Bhakta.
Bhaktivinoda. Okay, let's see here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, let's let's see. Nectar Moon of Lord Caitanya. You have that book there?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Yeah, read chapter 2. Actually, chapter 1. Chapter 1.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Guru Bhakta Vrinda. In the beginning, an invocation of auspiciousness and a description of the contents of these prayers. Let's glorify the boundlessly merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Prince of Raj, to taste the intoxicating sweet waves of the nectar of of transcendental love for Krishna, as well as to give that nectar to others. He has now appeared in the transcendental abode of Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
You know, how do you glorify somebody like Lord Chaitanya? You know, how you know how, what is his glory? Is he the most glorious? Is there anybody as glorious than him, other than actually, or at least
We're
like
showing the symptoms.
comparable?
We
Yeah.
showed the symptoms that he showed, actually.
Well, yeah,
What he
I mean,
brought.
but actually also, yeah, the show the symptoms, but also in the word. How do you glorify him by the word? Do you honor anything lesser than the Lord and the Lord's real devotees, real devotion? I mean, how can you really glorify somebody in full bodied, like glorification, if you give any glorification towards the illusion or any part of it? It's got to be topmost, because that's the way the beings are. They don't even Christians kind of knew. They knew that Jesus was the most glorious being in this world at that time. See, and they gave that. They didn't put any Pharisees. They said, no, you should be worshiping Jesus. Even John the Baptist said, oh, I'm not even qualified to tie his shoes. His teachings, his words should increase. His realizations should increase, and mine should decrease. My rules and way showing thing is now I'm showing the way. You go through his words and his realizations, because God is going to speak a new message through him. See? And
You
that
glorify
basically
the
is
one.
what? What?
You glorify the one who represents that Lord here on earth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and so yeah, I mean, what is the most glorious teaching in this world at this time? And that is what devotees. The most glorious teaching is the mercy of the Lord. That, I mean, isn't that what's in the book? Doesn't Krishnadas Kaviraj say that Lord Chaitanya is the only meaning for one advancing in spiritual life? Do you think it's just a word for him? Or is that his realization and understanding after looking at all the paths, and myself looking at all the paths and following many of those paths? The only meaning is this mercy given so easily by Lord Chaitanya. It's been my shelter from the very beginning. I made contact with Lord Chaitanya and through Prabhupada in his books. It was fantastic. I would live in the world and I saw people suffering. I didn't have the power at the time and understanding to really help them understand what I was beginning to understand. Like, my God, I would read the Chaitanya Bhagavatam even while I was driving, which you shouldn't do, by the way, but I was careful. But I was so much shelter in that, and ecstasy and happiness, and it got me through everything. Even when I got off the path, it got me back on the path. Just one verse read, and then the shelter was there. And whoa! And I could see personal experience. Everything else was inglorious compared to this. What glory? That's why you see the preaching of Prabodhananda Saraswati. What glory is it that even the certain incarnations came? What glory is it that Kapila Dev taught the hard path of austerities to even his mother? You sit in the cold water for 20 years and you get a little drop of bhakti. And the Lord comes as Lord Chaitanya. Oh, just come and receive Bhakti Lata Bij. Be with my intimate associates, man. Just take that mercy I'm giving through them. Yes, because of their love for me, I'm giving my transcendental body to them, and they can give it to you. There you go. That's the most glorious avatar in the world. Nobody has done that. No one, not even one. except Jesus began that. If you went to a real associate of Jesus, right? And they had the Holy Spirit, you could get it from them, because that's the way the Lord rolls when deliverance is here, some level of it. And that was salvation here. This is even more. But he's the latest incarnation. Why shouldn't it be more? Can you imagine? It comes in Kali Yuga, the worst of all times. He comes to give the best of the best at the worst of all times. Now, do you don't think that's the most merciful incarnation? Look at Jesus's, many of his, even his ecstatic devotees are not so clear. They're getting also battered by this Maya. And look at us, because we're on to the real shelter, the most glorious incarnation in this universe, the only meaning of advancing in spiritual life. This is not just words. This is my experience too. I'm going to promote that. And anybody believes in this experience words that have brought me to the point of ecstatic worship, and so I can poke my head right into the eternal atmosphere. You believe in this, you'll be able to poke your head into that eternal atmosphere again. Otherwise, you'll be many lifetimes like your gurus have been teaching you out there. This is the will of God, that you can poke your head and heart into the eternal atmosphere and feel the shelter of Radha and Krishna. Devotion to the Lord, love of God. In this life, for God's sake, and yours especially. You don't believe these words, you'll believe those others, and they won't be topmost like these. They won't be topmost purification, won't be topmost realization and revelation, because this is topmost. Not only do I tell you it's topmost, I show you it's topmost, because the Lord is behind this tip of the iceberg. Where are you going to get a more positive teaching than that? This is beyond positive. This is transcendental in word and in deed. This is the perfect Raganuga riot. We read everybody the riot act, the revolution. You know, Narada Muni says in Srimad Bhagavatam, this Bhagavatam creates a revolution in life. Yeah, this preaching creates a revolution. Your lives have changed, that's your witness. My life has changed, man. I'm poking my head and heart into Vrindavan, and it's great over there. Why don't you come on in? There's the door right before the world, man. Right this Sangha, man. Just come into the circle. We have a great influencer behind us here. Very attractive, 2 of them. And they're always joyful and happy.
When they are together.
And they're together, especially in the form of Lord Caitanya. He was in the mood of Radha, worshiping Krishna. Where was Krishna? Well, it was right there. Go ahead, read on there.
One who is untouched by any piety, who is completely absorbed in irreligion, or who has never received the merciful glance of the devotees, or been to any holy place sanctified by them, will still ecstatically dance, loudly sing, and even roll about on the ground when he becomes intoxicated by tasting the nectar of the transcendental fellows.
That's why it says the devotees are the only way. See, that's why, not by austerities, not by renunciation, not by pious deeds, not by regulative devotion, not by mantra chanting. that you can attain Vrindavan, which is this Vrindavan is you become the Vrindavan person, man. Hey, man, in person, Vrindavan is the devotees, the moods, the ecstasy, the realization, the revelation, the power of Vrindavan, the power to give Vrindavan. See, it's through the devotees who chant the holy names with this ecstasy, showing they're poking their head and heart into the spiritual plane and bringing it forth in this world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in spirit. Okay? Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. See, that's the will of God, that people get this ecstatic devotion. Isn't that why Lord Caitanya appeared? He appeared for two reasons. See, we read it there. To taste, here, I'll read it again if you don't believe me. How about you believe? Don't tell me you believe in these books unless you believe in these words spoken by Prabodhananda Saraswati. To taste the sweet, intoxicating waves of the nectar of transcendental love for Krishna, as well as to give that nectar to others. He has now appeared in the transcendental abode of Navadvip. See, he came to taste that nectar of devotion to Krishna and to give it to others. Yeah, is that what we do here? That's those who know the real will of Krishna. Well, you think that's supposed to stop in when Lord Caitanya was here? You know, you think that was supposed to stop when he appeared in Navadvip? And that just got the ball rolling. This is supposed to roll all the way through Kali Yuga. You know, and so anyway, we're, by our good fortune, we are empowered to taste the sweet, intoxicating waves of love of Krishna. Do you notice? And to give that to others. Oh, we must be connected with Lord Caitanya in a very big way, wouldn't you say? Just from a logical, intelligent point of view. And if you're not doing that, you're not empowered, you're not a real son of God. You know, you think, oh, how dare you infer you're an associate of Lord Caitanya. Oh, we don't just infer. I think the Lord is showing through us that we have deep connections here. You know? Oh, do you notice that we're also, can you see, world, that we're tasting the intoxicating sweet waves of love of Krishna? Have we not demonstrated it 365 days a year? Have you not seen Lalita chant day in and day out? She opens her mouth and Krishna and Radha are on her tongue dancing. Johan also, every day he gives class. You know, every day she gives class if she can. Every day, Gohari. Who's inspiring those two? Why? Because it's about two things. My life is all about just two things. Can you imagine? To taste the sweet, intoxicating waves of love of Krishna, love of Gauranga, love of the devotees, and to give that nectar to others. I like simplicity. So did Lord Caitanya. When you find the greatest thing, why not do it? I mean, the Lord did the greatest thing. I think that's worthy to repeat. Let's do a rerun of that. That's why the real associates became like that. They tasted the sweet, intoxicated nectar of love of Krishna, and they distributed to others. That's proof you're a real guru in our Gaudiya Vaishnava line. I mean, if you can't do this, that means, you could say, well, Prabhupada didn't do it, and he just did this, and yeah. But we're doing this now. This, in other words, our line is called progression. Don't you want to be progressive out there? You think God is always into the old, or does he like to do a new thing? This is a new thing. This is the newest thing. It becomes newer every day. This is the will of God, because you know why it's the will of God? And what was before wasn't now? Now. That was the will of God, what Prabhupada taught. And this is the will of God now in 2023, 50-something years later. The Lord says, I don't want to wait generations to give wealth. I want to give this generation wealth now in this Sangha, because the man of what he did is done again. What did Jesus say? What my Father does, the Son does. Well, my Father, my friend, my intimate friend, he tasted the nectar of love of Krishna. Well, what the master does, the servant does too now, right? He did it in front of people. We do it in front of people. Okay? He distributed to the others then. We distributed to others. So I would say this is more the will of God than anything that's been preached up to date since 550 years. Wouldn't you say? From a logical point of view. So why doesn't everybody? Why don't you want mercy? Don't you want the mercy of love of Krishna out there? Of course, you're going to have to go through some purification because you carried a big payload of Maya. We have to exhort you. You come here, you got to get the crapola out, whatever's there, little or a lot, doesn't matter, it'll all come out. We don't just think this, we know this based on factual proof. It's not a delusion. It's very real. In fact, it's the only thing that is real. Yeah, to this extent, especially. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is called glorifying Lord Caitanya as he is. I mean, you show me anything more glorious than the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You show me that any guru out there, whatever they're preaching is more glorious than this preaching. Because if it is, it's this kind of preaching. That means they're empowered. They're part of the real family like us. Otherwise, you should come here and become part of the real family. Otherwise, you're going to have more births, more, maybe you get a human body, you become a vegetarian, become part of a Brahmin family. Or maybe not, who knows? Our destiny, we know where we're going. We got the Bhagavatam, even the book says, those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy, tears in the eyes, hair standing on end, ecstatically calling out, and so many other symptoms the Bhagavatam didn't even know, that Brahma didn't quote, that we show. You're promoted to the kingdom of God. You do not come back, for you do not take another birth like any other ordinary person. Unless you're here to taste the sweet nectar of ecstasy and distribute to others like Narada Muni. We're already like Lalita's like a Narada Muni. Oh, Johan's like Narada Muni right there, distributing. He chants the holy name in ecstasy, so does Lalita and Johan. Isn't that nice? The Lord is making Narada Muni so easily. Don't you want to be? Well, who else can demonstrate that they are really it? They're a real guru. That they really got the mercy. Isn't that what the Hare Krishna movement is all about, my friends? To get the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna? Well, this is its style. This is what it looks like. You show it look like this. Or better if you can. Don't tell me the mercy of Radha and Krishna is you become a rule follower only or a ceremonial ritualistic worshiper like a good Brahmin or something. That ain't the mercy of Lord Caitanya, really. That's not the full mercy. This is the full mercy. Becomes fuller every day, doesn't it? Fuller and fuller and full. It is the glory that makes empowered. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Read on there, Lalita. Let's see what other stuff we can extract from this gold mine. See, the words of the devotees like Prabodhana Saraswati Thakur are gold mine. A lot of gold there. A lot of truth, man. You can change lives here. You're strong. You can become stronger than Atlas. He can lift the world up, but we lift Krishna up in the world. Now you didn't know. It's another. Another hat, body build. We build bodies. We build spiritual bodies, man. Bhakti coach, another hat. Bhakti coach. Encourage people. Get in here. Get in the circle, man. Let us gas you up and take some of the old gas out.
Okay. Not attainable by the faithful performers of pious deeds, not understood by those, that's very clear, by those engaged in austerity, meditation, and yoga. Not
See,
guessed.
why should I not? Why should I hold back from preaching? But that's not very nice. That you say that people can't attain what you got by austerities. Well, Narayan Maharaj said you can. You know why? Well, I'm sorry, but Prabodhananda Saraswati says no.
He's the holy one.
I go with this preaching. No, I don't care. You know what other people say. Go ahead, Lolita. What?
Prabodhananda Saraswati is more holy than Narayana Maharaj. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
more transcendentally situated.
I mean, not the person has to prove that their realization is in alignment. That's all I'm saying. I have nothing against Narayan Raj. He was a great devotee. Well, you know, he was what he was. He was a teacher. He taught. He was inspired. You know, and he helped people come back on the path. They left Prabhupada, you know, and he helped some people, you know. So everybody does their thing. Everybody's a servant of Krishna in that sense. So I have to give, you know, respect in that way, respect to that level. But I also have to respect this. Otherwise, how are we going to preach this? You know, we got to preach. This is more in line with these verses.
Didn't he betray
Otherwise,
Prabhupada? Narayan Maharaj? Didn't he betray Srila Prabhupada?
well, you know, everybody's got impurities and stuff like this. Do you really? I mean, even us, like we're getting the mercy of Lord Caitanya more and more and more, and it's purifying more. This is like the fast track. You know, the other is slow. That's why he preached austerities and renunciation, everything. And people are they're inspired by the rules and regulations, and they call their Raganuga Bhaktas, but, you know, not really. But, you know, so, you know, everybody's a different state. That's why Krishna, all paths lie upon Krishna like pearls on a string. So, the way to preach, you know, that I'm learning is like the Vedas say, to give respect to the demigods but to also give the ultimate respect, you know, into the pure teachings of this incarnation, Lord Caitanya. That's why it's postgraduate. So it's delicate. Don't want to, you know, push people, like blow them out of the water exactly, but also bring them and not compromise the teachings, you know, still. Because, you know, we got to see that that this is the real teaching, is what the acharyas taught 550 years ago, not guessed at by austerities. You got to show the world that you have the mercy of Lord Caitanya. It's extraordinary. It's special. It's different. It's real prema. If you got the mercy of Lord Caitanya and you're an associate, you'll be a prema bhakta. And if you're tasting that nectar and you distribute to others, that's where those who really want Krishna and part of the Hare Krishna movement and have sufficient intelligence should go, if you really want Krishna now or soon. So this is for you. Not everybody will understand. They'll think this is crazy and all that stuff, but some will. Jesus said, I have sheep in many different folds. You have to go into the well, the dark well, and bring religion. Vaishnava religion preached in a religious, speculative way is still a dark well. Somebody has to go in there and bring the sheep out that are in there. Who went into the dark cave? See, a lot of peaceful. You don't know. People are still have this little demon inside them that might be teachers and gurus and followers, and they come to Vrindavan, right? And then they're put in a dark cave. Who's going to bring them out? Krishna had to go into the dark cave. Well, where is Krishna now to bring you out? Well, he's going to empower somebody to bring you out. I'm going into the dark well of religion, whatever religion, and to carry some out. Some of the sheep, yeah, carry me out. We're willing to go. Anybody willing to go? See, well, the conclusive truth will be the only thing. You got to believe this word. I'll prove it. You give me a chance to prove it. I'll prove that the real acharyas preach that, and I preach that. They showed the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and we also show the mercy of Lord Caitanya to deliver prema. Especially when you're ready for it. Sometimes even when you're not quite ready for it, this Lord gives it anyway. Force you out of that, It's like, look, he gives like a river, force her out of the situation, man. And drag her out. It's the way the Lord does. Marries you Rakshasa style, just comes in there, grabs you, and says, you're my wife now. I ain't letting you go.
It's a surprise, yeah.
Surprise. He grabs you, catch you. Just like Maya catches you. Krishna can catch you. Come here, Krishna may catch you, and if he catches you, you're finished, man. And you're lucky if that happens.
Yeah, because if you've got to wait until you're ready, that's really mercy.
Yeah,
That's really mercy.
Yeah. Yeah, and for those who don't think that I'm criticizing gurus, and really, I'm not. I'm trying to help. But it may seem like it only because, you're probably a little attached to some levels of illusion. I mean, this is kind of how it is. I mean, I preach by the book. The book is the real guru is empowered by the transcendental Lord to deliver you prema, bhakti.
You can't lie. You can't lie.
I can't. This is postgraduate teaching. Prabhupada knew that. He had the power, but it wasn't. The Lord said, no, give them rules. Just like Moses had the power. And he said, no, give them the 10 commandments. Give them the rules. And you notice, I'm not dishonoring Prabhupada. Prabhupada came to me and gave me the order. He's my master. I'm following his order. I'm his servant.
He gave you the sword.
Yeah. So, take that sword, man, and swing it. Cut it down. Cut down the weeds, man. A lot of weeds. Bhakti Vinod said it's the duty of a realized soul to pluck out the anarthas in their sampradaya, in their discipline line. We have it. This is part of the plucking. We're plucking the weeds out so we can get exposed the pure bhakti creeper. See, the pure teachings. I mean, we can have discussions. I mean, if there's any honest bone in any of these gurus, you prove it, man. Let's have a discussion. You present your understanding of conclusive truth. I'll present mine. I mean, otherwise, what is it? Just dark. Just you want to stay a religion. Like the Pharisees. You want to just be like a Pharisee or a pope. That's all. It's an illusion. It's religion. That's why abandon all varieties. We abandon religion. We live the verses. We are the verses here. Can you see that Gaur Hari Das has abandoned all varieties of religion and took shelter of Krishna? Krishna is the absolute conclusive truth. Radha, I take shelter of Radha and Krishna. Radha is the love and devotion of that truth and the manifestation of this in this world of that truth. See? So this is what's not guessed at by people engaged in austerities and all that they're preaching in religion and Vaishnavism, austerities and all that stuff. And look how dry they look. Compare, do the taste test, come and look, whoever has the power to, come and see who's juicy, man, who has the juice of real transcendental life. I mean, who is interesting to listen to? You come here to a few classes. I mean, I'm interested to listen. I come and listen to my own classes afterwards. Listen, the whole thing is interesting. It's like, wow, man, it's amazing.
Did the Lord say that? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if there's anything in you, any attraction to really knowing God, well, I gotta have to tell you, it's available here. Come and check it out. Don't be a blind believer. Come and check it, and let your intelligence surrender to your intelligence, with your intelligence to what we are surrendered to with our intelligence. Not like a cult trip, like these cults. You surrender to a mundane personality. I'm surrendering to the personality of God and his qualities. And when I'm talking and I'm sharing these things, that's him. If you're surrendering to the preaching. That's all, to the word. This word gives me life. This word comes from my life. And if you listen to it, you'll get the life I got, That's it. It's not a false ego trip. You're just surrendering to what I'm surrendering to, right? You see? That's how it works. Only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father, and the Son can reveal the Father to whom he chooses. Are you a chosen one? We make more than one chosen one. It's not just one Neo guy. He's the one, and he'll be the only. That's what they think of Prabhupada. And Jesus, they're the one and the only one. No, you're going to be the one too. You come in the real door, the right way, in the conclusive way, in the ecstatic way, you'll be the Neo and the Trinity, both together in one body. The love of God is that. You'll be better than them. All they could do is fly around in the matrix. Big deal. We fly in the spiritual sky. See? You could see, you look at the end of the movie, which Lalita doesn't do, but others. You can look at the end of the movie. It's very beautiful. I see when I look at it, see, they're in, the false ego there. You could see the big false ego they got. Oh, wow, we're powerful. It's like these gurus. Many of them think, wow, we're powerful. Look at us. It's all false ego, my friends. Is that my preaching? I know. I'm saying, no, Krishna is powerful, man. Man, becoming empowered by the Lord, Radha, and Krishna is nothing like it. They always give it credit to where credit is due. Otherwise, could you imagine Gaur Hari Das doing this on his own? I would be a flute on the shelf. It wouldn't move. See, I would move. I'd be doing everything everybody else is doing, but that's not movement. We got no move. We move mountains, man, here. Mountains of Maya. Now that's moving stuff. See, by empowerment, you learn here how to be an empowered person, man, how to live by empowerment. See, the Christians call the dunamis power motivates you, see, inspires you, pushes you into move and act in this world to also bring in the spiritual world into this world. And so that you can see, this is a whole new life for people. Yeah, Lalita's got a whole new life. A whole new life. You live by this ecstatic presence in your body, man. It gives you words, doesn't it? Doesn't it give you the word?
Yeah. Where would I get them otherwise?
Well, they getting words, but it's Maya giving them words. They speak and all the way into religion, the speaking speculations, and it's still Maya. See, this breaks Maya, breaks her apart. It's like, the Advaita, he would pay his obeisances to the deities if they were mundane, in other words, installed by mundane Brahmins who didn't have any spiritual power. It would break. It would look like a deity of Krishna. He would pay obeisance to it and break it. He wanted to test it. If it was the real deity, it would withstand his obeisance. Otherwise, it would break. It's strange, huh? Here we do a similar thing. Hey, if you're a real, if you're offended by this preaching and you're a guru, you're offended by the truth then. Well, I'm just preaching Bhagavatam. You should be a prema bhakti to be a real spiritual master. You should be a prema bhakta if you to have disciples bow down to you, because that's what the books teach. They don't teach bowing down and worshiping people that have not attained prema bhakti. There's nothing in Chaitanya. All the Shiksha gurus of Krishna Das Kaviraj were transcendental personalities. Go look it up, chapter 1. That if you follow like that, if you put a mundane person as your guru, I know I did it. I know it was my block. I was blocked. Krishna said, "Oh, you putting a mundane person in front of Prabhupada?" Even one of these gurus who say they're actually, I felt blocked, man. I felt weakened, disempowered. I lost it. I had to, as soon as I got Prabhupada's book in 1980, boom, I felt the empowerment. As soon as I put one of these gurus who usurped the position in front of Prabhupada, boom, I was disempowered. That's how it works. And if anybody says, well, we feel him, yeah, baloney. You don't know what empowerment is. I knew from the very beginning. I got it from Jesus, and then when I got Prabhupada, and as soon as I put one of these materialistic, mundane gurus who got in by hook or crook, who was not a prema bhakti like Prabhupada in the way, I felt cut off from what I was looking for. And the others, I have godbrothers in the movement. Go ahead, Lalita.
Well, they all use those words. I hear so many devotees say, I am empowered. But where is the power? Let me hear your preaching then. Let me hear about your realizations, your revelations. They all use the same words as us, without substance, without heaviness. It's
Yeah, people don't know what the real Bhakti Lata Bij was. By good fortune, I had some connection with Jesus. And then with Prabhupada, I knew it. But it had to get really clear as they have to test. You got to see, because as soon as I come into the Krishna movement, okay, I got it from Prabhupada's books, chanting automatically, oh, I was in ecstasy. It was no problem, blissed out of my mind. But then I'm confronted with the test. The test is, okay, these gurus were there. They said, well, you got to get to Prabhupada. Now you got to go through us because this is the process. You see, so I followed that way, but that's speculation and was cut off. For 5 years, I was miserable. Yeah. I couldn't, to a point, I couldn't take it anymore. And I lost faith in Prabhupada. I said, well, it must not work. See, I wasn't clear about this. So I had to give it up for some years to get free, As soon as I left, I felt happy. I said, well, this must be illusion. See, I wasn't clear. I had it from the beginning. This is a subtle thing. See, and a lot of devotees, they don't even know. They were not even, I was awakened with Jesus. And then I got Prabhupada, so I had that some level of transcendental experience. But most Vaishnavas don't have it. So that anybody can get in there by hook or crook, like the Pope gets in there and they say, we see our robes, you see our rubber stamp, you see we've been voted in, we're your masters now. That's how Maya works. Doesn't she do that in politics? By hook or crook, these persons in Kali Yuga don't deserve to be politicians and run your life, but they do, don't they? Mm-hmm. And people agree. See, oh, well, they're in power. We'll follow what they say. No, even though they're a lot of them, probably most of them are hypocrites, liars, and they're all selfish. They're only thinking about you taking your money so that they can have a great mansions in the and vacations and all that stuff. And they can't give you any. They don't want to give you any. They just want to take from you. That's the world. Only the devotees who have the mercy of Lord Caitanya, they relish the mellows, they power up by their worshiping the Lord, and they give that to others. Bhakti Lata Bij. No one else can do this. That's what I learned being in ISKCON 5 years. That's what I learned in being with Narayan Raj for a year and a half. That's what I learned in the Radhakund Babaji camp. Okay. And that's what I teach here, and it works like a charm, doesn't it? You guys are all charmed. You're charmed by Krishna, right? You got the real Krishna. You're happy. That's the way it should be, ultimately. That's the way it can be now, in this lifetime. Yeah, I mean, it's all, it's self, the whole world is selfish. It's the Maya comes and says, uh, be self. If you live a nice selfish life, and you by hook or crook, and you lie and you cheat, you do all these terrible things, you're going to live nicely in this life. And you sell out, you compromise. That's what these are. You'll live nicely. And Maya gives you a nice life, right? These gurus flying around, giving their classes, doing all in this life. Oh, but in next life, you're going to have to pay for that. Even the Jordan Peterson, this guy who this what do you call it? The Mason, the Illuminati guy, followed him. He said, you're going to have somebody come to you in some years. I just want to tell you that, and he's going to offer you something. And and basically he's going to offer you, you're going to live really well in this life. You're going to have lots of money. And you're going to live very comfortably. Yet, in your next, when you pass from this life, then it's a different story. This is how it's going on. These stars have been offered something. These politicians have they sold out. The doctors, they sold out. Everybody in authority, but the ministers, many Christian ministers sold out. They've been offered something, and they took it. See? So that's the Maya. This is why this is like a Sodom and Gomorrah trip. This Kali Yuga really advanced. See? So they took it. And so that's why you see they're living good, they're movie stars. Look what's happening even before they die. A lot of them are suiciding out. Look how many of these stars that took the bait. Yeah. So many suicides amongst these things. And they're not suicide, they're being suicided. They're being the sacrifice. That's how the Maya cheats you. She's always cheating everybody. These gurus are being cheated. They're all doing that. And telling people who believe in them to do that. So they're being suicided out of this situation. Everybody's being cheated that's sold out. What are we? We're also being cheated. Did you know? We're being cheated also. But we're being cheated out of something that's worthy to be cheated out. We're being cheated out of the Maya.
No, yeah.
You can't get happiness in Maya anymore. It's no matter what. It's taking away my happy dream, and it's not
We
really.
cheat now. We cheat Maya now.
Yeah, and we cheat Maya too. And she's happy because she likes an adversary a worthy opponent. It's too easy for her in this world, man. She just grabs people and puts them under her grip. It's good she has somebody to fight with, a little bit. I'm up for it, man. I'm up for it. It's great. As long as I got my Lord every day, as long as I can relish this happiness of communing, come in Sadhu Sangha and everything, I'm up for it. As long as you stay around, Lord, I'm up for the fight, man. My Lord's chivalrous. He likes he likes to have somebody that he can use to shadow box, practice a little bit, sharpen his pencil. It's like Prabhupada shared Charles with Gandhi in the past life and begged him to share Bhagavad Gita. And so you see how the soul falls further. Yeah, it's just not good enough to, the Gandhi things and all that. Yeah. Go ahead, read on there a little bit more.
Yeah.
Ooh, 21 people here today. Wow. Now that's actually pretty miraculous. Here I seemingly said so many things about other people and all that, but still got 21 people listening. So that means some intelligence is kicking in and seeing that it's not like what neophytes think. Well, what does this happen here? We got somebody from Twitch. Okay, if you want community, come to Islam, bro. Oh, that's interesting. Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, said, the Muslim nation is like one body. If part of it is harmed and aches, the whole body responds. Yeah, you see that. Thank you for sharing your truth there. But that's like the Christians. There's that level of illusion that we've transcended. That is like, see, come to Islam. The Christians think the same thing. Come to Jesus. There's no other way. There's no other. We've transcended that. We've come to Allah. We've come to Christ already.
We
We're
are
part
there
of
already.
We're there already. So we see the connection with Christ, Krishna, and all the gods that religion. See, but if you wanted to, you could go deeper beyond that sectarian view. That's still sectarian. You're not seeing the deeper connected truth that we are. See, I'm not falling down. See, if you're a neophyte, neophytes have to, no, it's only Allah. No, it's only Christ. Because if they don't hold on to that, then they'll go to some cheater, real cheater, that's trying to imitate that. Somebody out there, some charismatic person, some Buddhist, some this or that. Christ is special. Allah is special.
But they
So
only say, yeah, there is only one God. If you knew Allah, you would not be worshipping idols or attributing partners to God. We don't worship idols.
no, we don't worship idols. That's actually the neophyte thing. We worship the name of God, that the scriptures promote this. Your scriptures, I haven't read the Quran, but I heard the Quran honors the name of Allah, and they don't even want to speak it. That's their way of giving honor to the name of God. You shouldn't speak it. That's just not the real clear understanding of that. But at least you're giving honor. See, the Christians also, they give honor, is that the only name under heaven to be worshipped is the name of Jesus. Yeah, that's good. But also there's Krishna, and there's Lord Caitanya, there's Lord Ram, and these are all authorized manifestations of God's transcendental presence in the world. The deeper you go, you could see that these are the qualities of those who have transcended the illusion. Those qualities are here in our little association here. Many devotees are manifesting those qualities, that these great beings that most you don't know. If you knew Jesus Christ or the early followers, if you knew who's that, Muhammad, the prophet, well, I'm not sure. I have to study the book to see if he had those qualities. But if you knew anybody who really represents God, you would see that same Lord being manifested here. The same God we preach is the true Lord. If you don't see it, well, it's just sectarian blind. That's all. This is the truth.
What is your understanding of worship, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah. It says truth with proof. So you see, yeah. I totally agree with his name is truth with proof. That's us. We're truth with proof. If you stayed around, well, if you sincerely worshiping Allah, really want to know about Allah, you'll see that this is also truth with proof. We are the truth. The truth is being preached here. The truth is being manifest here. The love of God is being manifested here. And we prove it. We prove it by the books and by the transmission of it to others. See, we're truth with proof. What you said is our experience, our preaching and manifestation to others. truth with proof. And if you're not like that, anybody, I don't care, you're Muslim or Vaishnava or Christian, if you're not truth with real proof of being a manifestation of Allah, Christ, Krishna's mercy on this planet, you're not fully truth with proof. You're just, a lot of people speculate on the Bible and they say, yeah, we're truth with proof, but there's proof of speculation. See, if you were really truth with proof, you would see that this is honorable. This is respectable, this preaching. Otherwise, you're not fully truth with proof. You're not understand. If you really understand the truth, you see where the truth is, wherever it is, and where it's not. I like that word, truth with proof, because that says it all.
Of course.
That's where everybody as Vaishnavas should go. Go where truth with proof is. Otherwise, what? Yes, we're guru. Yes, we can deliver you. Where's the proof? Oh, well, nobody's ever asked us that. Yeah, Gohar, you shouldn't say these things. You should let the truth without proof go on. That means it's an illusion. No. Lord Caitanya was truth with proof. He was the truth of ecstatic love, Satchidananda, and he proved it. He transmitted it to others, and they said, very good. He's not crazy. This is real mercy of God. Man, we've never seen this kind of mercy, just like you guys here. You have never seen this kind of mercy. Of course not. It hasn't been preached for 550 years, my friends. It's so real that you can't hardly believe it. You've never seen it, so you're not sure. Well, come, we'll show you the truth with proof. And if nobody else can do it, this is topmost. Are you ready for topmost? No. We like a little illusion, man. We don't like a little unclarity. Yeah, give us truth without the proof. So even then, even if it's a lie, we'll accept it. Yeah, you want that? Don't come here, because you're not going to get. You're going to get truth with proof. If you're good with that, come here. If not, go to where the truth without the proof is, with all these teachers and popes and ministers and all that other stuff. You don't come here. Don't come to the truth with proof. That includes the guy there. Don't come here. If you want to tell me where to go and you don't want to go yourself here, you can't add anything to me. Your truth with proof. You want to learn what truth with proof is? You come here. See if you have the strength. But if you're thinking, oh, he doesn't know Allah, man, I'm going here. It's like so many people like that.
No, it's unbelievable.
Prabhupada's Varnashram Dharma, I'm going, man. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah. It's not for you.
Worship the cows, yeah.
Go worship the cows. Do your Varnashram system. I worship Krishna. The cows worship Krishna. See, I worship what the cows worship. The cows of Vrindavan worship Krishna, don't they? What do we have to worship cows? I'll worship the cows of Vrindavan if they're devotees. Yeah, but why not worship? Like here, some of the cows all they can do is moo. You don't even know if they're transcendental. These moo. You come here, you'll hear some words. It'll be more than mooing. It'll move you either in or out. One way or the other. Like we probably lost truth without proof. Great name, by the way. So most people are at that level like this. Like he'll probably just say, oh, he's not into Allah. Oh.
When he continues, it's one attack after the other. Give me an answer, give me an answer, give me an answer. Doesn't stop, really.
He's doing that?
Yeah, it doesn't stop, Guru Maharaj. It's a whole list without ending.
Oh,
how can we answer?
Yeah. This is how can
you
prove you listen? Okay, how I can prove why to you why Islam. Yeah, you see, you can. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not like your idea of the scriptures, just the way you present it. It's like you can prove to me. It's like I'm not affected by the scriptures, not in the way that you're thinking. See, you need to. This is the problem. People like you and gurus and teachers, they're like you're a teacher, and the teacher and the gurus, everything. They can prove to you their manipulation of the scriptures. And then you believe it because you don't know the difference between speculation and the actual truth. See, you say you can prove. No, you can't. You can't prove to me. Just what comes out of your pen, your typing there can't prove to me. Just by the fact that you can't see the truth is here. The proof in the truth is here. You'd have to spend some time here to get purified. You can't add anything to me. You can prove what? You're going to trick me, convince me with your speculations that on the Quran. I know the essence. I mean, I haven't read the Quran, but I know the essence of all scriptures. You present any scripture to me because I'm connected with the transcendental Lord. That's the way it's supposed to be. I'm here to connect others to that. And I don't have to say I can prove it to you. Well, you come here, you can't prove it, because just by the way you are, your essence.
Yeah, it's a waste of time when they don't listen. When you would have asked one question and he would have listened to your answer, it would be a constructive dialogue, but not like this.
Yeah. See, if you knew Allah, you would not be worshiping idols or attributing partners to God. See, there you go. See, that's proof that you don't know the Lord. See, partner. No, actually, I like what he says because I could use it for preaching. Okay. See, you're the one that's not connected deeply because you see why? The separation. The Lord wants partners with the Lord because even your prophet is supposed to be a partner with the Lord. But you may speculate, say, no, he wasn't a partner, whatever your speculations are. But the actual conclusive truth is the Lord wants partners. He wants friends.
Friends.
Yeah. And people just don't know the path to that. If you wanted to, because you're inconclusive by saying that the partners to God. It's like, oh no, let's just you're the one putting the idols up there. God is over there. Oh no, I'm over here. And there's the big chasm there. He's over there. You don't know who God is. He's way over there for you, my friend. He's way over there in your speculations. No, I get this part. I get what I understand by this partnership with God. See, I can quote you verses from our book that make more sense than that. See, to those who Bhagavad Gita, have to do it. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, partnership. Loving ecstasy is synonymous with intimate partnership with God. To them, I give them the understanding. I give them the conclusive understanding. I give them real deep knowledge, and they can give it to you and even to the truth with proofers who need proof themselves. Because you have separation, my friend. We have intimate partnership with the Lord. That is truthful. That is conclusive. You're inconclusive.
Worship in spirit and truth.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
When you're worshiping, when you're purified and you worship in spirit and truth, your spirit becomes qualified to commune and associate in partnership with the Supreme Party. He becomes your partner, just like the goddess of fortune. Her husband is God. See, Sachi Devi, her child is the Lord. See, they have intimate partnership. It's a partnership, even like mother and child. There's a child as a partner. They have a form of partnership. I'll take care of you. You just submit there, little child, Krishna or Lord Caitanya, right? And you just agree to learn from me, and then and Krishna says, yeah, I'll be in partnership with you. Yeah, you teach me, you raise me, you do all these things out of love, So yeah, I'm into it. I like that partnership. He forms a partnership with Sachi Devi. and Jagannath Mishra. See, intimate. That's their relationship. Or as a friend with devotees, you had friends and they had a partnership.
It's lover.
Yeah, we also have our partner. You want to have a, hey man, you want to become a partner with God, you can come here. If not, stay with your understanding, like, oh, partnership is bad. Yeah, that's your illusion. No, partnership is what God wants. We know what he wants. You don't. So
We can
much.
prove it because it's working. It's going on here.
See, he has no
know that
equal. See, another one. Good. He has no equal, completely independent. Yes, and
Yes.
so, but he wants. See, we also have that nature of having no equal other than the Lord. See, this is the thing. When Jesus said, "When you see me, you see the Father," is you're seeing the qualities of the Father. See, the Father is ecstatic, loving. He's just ecstasy. See, he loves his devotees love him purely.
He
See,
gives
so
that
you see,
quality.
yeah, you see the qualities. You want to see the mercy of God? Well, that mercy works through his real devotees. Otherwise, you don't see it. Where do you see God delivering people without his representative? Even God came as his own devotee, so he can deliver people because the Lord showed the path is my devotee. He came as a devotee. He didn't come as Krishna. He came as a devotee of Krishna, and then gave that power to us to also come as devotees of Krishna and liberate the land with the conclusive truth. See, there is only one God. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we
But
know
not in
that.
the way you understand it. See, there's only in your mind, there's only one God, Allah, in my speculations, but God isn't Krishna. Yeah, God is Krishna and he's Allah. Yeah. See, God is Krishna and he is Christ. Yeah. God is Krishna and Allah and Lord Ram. And these are all authorized incarnations of that Lord. But you don't know that. All you know is, all you think you know is Allah. That's only a thought for you. It's a feeling for us, but not a mundane feeling, transcendental feeling. That's why
Transcendental.
we know the Lord. See, only Radha, only devotees know the Lord. See? Yeah. If you're a non-devotee, no devotion, you could be the biggest guru with all the followers and biggest minister, mega church and everything. But if you don't have the transcendental feeling for the Lord, you don't really represent him. You're kind of like this guy. You're in name only. See, the truth with proof without the proof. Yeah. Right? He's crying schools without the crying. Raganuga Bhakti without the raga. Right? The Raj group, the Raganuga Bhakti. Oh, yeah, we're Raga without the Raga. Oh, we don't show, no shows. We don't show you Raganuga. That's why they don't know. They come here and look. Ooh, what are you doing? Well, I guess you didn't learn what Raganuga Bhakti is in the Narayan Raj group or the Radhakun Babajis. Look at my ex-wife. She doesn't know this is more Raganuga than she can dream of, right? She went to the Radhakun Babajis and Narayan Raj who preach against this. And right, she comes to a different conclusion, doesn't she? Well, obviously, this is the truth with the proof. Where's her proof? Where's her proof that she's in the truth? Huh? See, that's proof that she's not in the truth to me. Here, to me, it's just that this is the verse. We got the mercy. We show the mercy. We distribute the mercy. She doesn't. Mahaviri doesn't. Mina doesn't. They distribute what? Rules and break it. Big deal, man. We distribute ecstatic worship. Now, what's the stronger? What's stronger? What's more fantastic?
Alive and
Ceremonies, it's easier to
provable.
distribute. Yeah. But who's distributing ecstatic love, man? You got special empowerment to do that, man.
He says you prove your ignorance. Yeah, it doesn't stop. It's a whole list.
What else? I can use it for preaching a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Allah is God. Christ, Muhammad, Moses, Abraham, etc. are all prophets. Yeah, and that's right. See? And that's why you see there's a Trinity, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They're one and connected intimately. See, in the world, the Son is here. See, the Son reveals the glories of the Holy Spirit and God, the Father, which is conclusive truth. See, that's why it says in the Bible, it says people were born not of flesh and blood, but born of the Word. The Word is God. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. The with God is Jesus. The with God is the bona fide spiritual master, the bona fide prophet. You got to be like a Muhammad, but you're not. You're like just like these ISKCON. Oh, Prabhupada's going to be the only Acharya for the next 10,000 years, right? Muhammad's going to be the only prophet. You're just a nobody and nothing, right? Well, if you knew the real Muhammad, the real Jesus, and the real Prabhupada, they want you to become like them, prophets for the Lord. If you're not, step aside because we'll do the job. And we have done the job. We've done more than what prophets have done. We've done more than what Muhammad has done. Yes, my friend, more than what Muhammad does, because Muhammad hasn't given you ecstatic devotion. See? So the Allah that I agree is the Lord and Muhammad is the prophet. It wasn't given to him to do what we're doing. We give partnership with the Lord that you don't even know. But if you want to know, you can come here and learn. We have the deeper thing. God is progressive, not just to put, everybody does this in religion. Oh, yes, Prabhupada and Muhammad, they're the only ones that are going to be prophesied. No, the Lord wants to make you a prophet. Muhammad wants you to be a prophet. You just don't know. It's been so many 1,000 years or however long it was since Muhammad was here. People don't know these persons. They don't know Jesus. Even now, nobody even practically knew Prabhupada, in his real mind, his real heart. We prove we know the real heart of Prabhupada, the real heart of any real prophet of the Lord. Prove it. We show it. That's so much light here, it's hard for people to take. So anyway, we have, let's see, it's probably on and on. Let's see. What is your
If
understanding of
prophet,
worship? Okay,
yeah.
that's good. Hey, actually, you're asking good questions or making comments that are useful. Okay, what is your understanding of worship? Okay, understand worship is adoring. See, you got the most adorable person in the world is not a man or woman. See? And to be adored is not the most adorable thing. That's all illusions. Is to want to adore somebody mundane. Oh, Gurudev! Oh, Gurudev! Oh, Poopy Pope! Oh, Poopy Pope! Oh, not to adore a mundane personality, but to adore the Lord and the Lord's devotees. And if you're lucky, you get a living devotee to adore, if you're lucky. Not everybody does. That's a very high standard. You have to be the Lord has to really live in you. Because then if you adore that person from your heart, that means you've realized the Lord. You are now a person who has realized God because you found where God is working to deliver people. It's always in those he has chosen that his love of God is in them. Why wouldn't you adore? I adore Prabhupada. The love of God was in him. Bhakti said, I adore him. Oh, if they were here, I'd kiss their feet. I even kissed the feet of some of my disciples. I proved it already, and people faulted me for that. He's kissed the feet of Lalita Ganga. I'll kiss it 1,000,000 times. My Lord lives in her. Radha and Krishna lives in her. Oh, I'd kiss it 1,000,000 times. That would be my salvation into Vrindavan, to kiss the feet. Oh, my Lord, Radha and Krishna are so happy you kiss their maidservants' feet. That a very intimate relationship with them. right? Doesn't it? Isn't that logical? But if you're thinking, ooh, I would never do that, well, you're truth without proof. You're not conclusive. This is conclusive. So that's my definition of worship. If you're worshiping the real God, it's like that. You adore the real God and the Lord's real devotees, even if they're alive in this world, which are rare to find somebody of that stature. That's why the Lord is creating them through our Sangha. Look at the miracles my Lord is doing. Am I doing it? No, he's doing it, man. He likes this preaching. He likes this ecstatic worship. He likes my commitment to the truth. He likes me coming here and welcoming him. Yes, Lord, come, Radha, come. Yeah, come every day, right? Don't we? We're welcoming them. Let the little neophytes speculate all they want. But they do that. It doesn't matter. You're just little neophytes. Yeah, what are you to us? We're here to help you. You're like little babies. You kick, you scream, you criticize, and we keep the mother and father, they just keep cleaning up the stool, right? Put a new diapers on you. Hey, that's great. What else do we got here? Hey, truth, keep coming back here, Truth Approved. Let's get to the bottom of all this stuff. Allah says, and those who take protectors besides him say, we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in position. Okay, and to those who take protectors besides him say, we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in the position. That we call that the Mayavadi trap. See, the Prabhupada, he said, don't do this to me. He said, don't do like the Mayavadi. He walked in the sand dune, and he just, in this mood, he just took his cane and knocked the devotee down. He said, don't do this to me. You never give up your bhakti guru. You don't kick him away. Oh, you brought me. Thank you very much. I've had people leave here because they think, oh, thank you for bringing us nearer to Krishna. We're out of here now. Now we're on our own. See, that's we call that an anartha, my friends. So that's good. You here to test us, to test our knowledge. That's good. Thank you. Yeah, I like to test. I'm up for it. See, we only were, yeah. So and so anyway, the more conclusive truth is, yeah, and it's very pleasing to Allah, to Krishna, to Christ, to worship his real devotees. Those who are the devotees of my devotees, see, they worship my real devotees, see, that have real intimacy with them. Those are the devotees of my real devotees, my real devotees are my devotees, Allah's devotees. See, but you don't preach conclusively, so you're not really a devotee yet. You're not really a devotee of Allah, but you could be. See, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I just take shelter of the full truth. And I see that, I could take shelter of what you're saying there, but I'm not going to because it contradicts the deeper truth that Lord Caitanya brought. Those are you say not to be a devotee. Just isn't that a little ask you honestly, isn't that a little selfish? The person brings you close to Allah and then you kick him away. Like, oh, that's good enough. Thank you very much. Or not thank you. I don't need you anymore. Isn't that a little you think Allah really likes that? Not conclusive. He likes, don't you think if there was a God, he would like this? Wow, my devotee is given me to them. Wow, that is so adorable. Isn't that adorable, Guru? Guru brought you to Krishna, isn't it? And brings you, yeah, what's your experience of worshiping Guru there? Tell us there.
Well, it's just by worshiping Guru that you worship Krishna, because you are really pleasing the Lord, and he shows you that he's pleased with that. God shows us that that's actually what I want, that you actually recognize me in this personality who brings that my spirit and my truth to you, because That's what's
Yeah.
available. The guru is the
Yeah.
one who is available, the one you can see, you can talk to, who can chastise you, you can inquire to him, etc. Who is teaching you every day, the one you take serious.
Yeah. That's how it works. See,
Yeah.
the more intimate partnership you have with God, truth and proof. Yeah, I'm not saying this to critic. I'm just trying to help, and so we all benefit, like this. So the whole point is the conclusive truth is the devotee. Matter of fact, our scriptures really are clear. They're really like amazingly clear. Like on the worship of guru is if you get a real guru, it's actually Allah comes as that guru, but don't misunderstand. Allah comes, he's saying the person is so surrendered to the Lord accepts them. And he accepts them as himself, as good as himself. And so the devotee is the empowered version of the Lord. They're all intimately connected. See, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They're all three in one. Three in one. See, all three are in the devotee. See, in the sons of God here in the world, if you're lucky to meet one, is God three in one. See, the Father is them. That's the conclusive truth. And the Holy Spirit, which is the devotion. And they're the Son. They're the Son of that. See, the Son, the radiance of that in the world. The spoken word of that to liberate others. See? So the Lord comes as Sat, it's called in our Vaishnava terms, Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Sat is the son, the devotee, the instrument in the world. See? And Chit is the truth about God, the word, born of the word. So you have to be born of this word. See, what's born in you? See, the baby, Krishna, the love. See, then you have the love of God in you. Even the early Christians talked about the love of God is not in this person, or the love of God is in this person. See, they're a true son in the world. They got the mercy of a true son, like they did. See, the question should be asked, is the love of God in truth without proof? I don't know, man. I think, at least you're faithful to it, but you're not, you could be more clear if you listened here. Okay. Lalita, it's time for your class. I gotta stop talking.
Okay.
What time is
Because
it in Turkey now? What time is it over there?
um noon now, 12 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you go for your walk yet?
No, nothing at all. No.
Oh,
No, this afternoon.
this afternoon. Okay. All right. So Lalita will give her class. Yeah, we had 20 people here, 21 people. That's pretty good. Thank you, Truth Without Proof. Keep coming back, man. Let's share our ideas. Let's discuss the absolute truth. You give your perspective, I'll give mine. Is there anything else he says here? Let's see.
Oh,
Show me proof. Accepted. Oh, great. Good. Well, come back. We'll have more discussion. Come back. We'll have a little more discussion. I like your mood, man. I like I can tell he's a sincere person. He really,
he believes in
he believes. Yeah, I am. So
God,
there are a lot of
in
things.
Allah,
Yeah. So we'll discuss. Come back and we'll discuss more. Who gave those idols any authority behind you? Where's the idols? Oh, those? Yeah, anyway. Boy, he guy has a lot to say, huh? Oh my God. Boy, you got a lot of words in you, man. Oh my God, look at
Maybe
this.
ask who are those idols and maybe ask this question. There are no
Yeah,
idols.
yeah.
What
I
does
wish I
it
had.
represent?
Yeah. It's going to take some time there. I think you have a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to get out first. You get your truth out there. Well, I just wish I could talk more, but I got to stop for a while. Hare Krishna. Bye. Oh, wait. Chaitanya. Hey, listen to this song, Truth or Proof. I think you should let me explain to you what Islam is.
This is not an Islam class.
Okay, here, let's get this. Hey, listen to this song, Truth or Proof. See if you like it. Nope. Oh.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his praying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart.